Chin up. It could have been a lot worse.
It wasn't great,
I
was
counted.
it?
They could have scored 10. Fair score. 7-1. 7-1 would have been a fair score.
It could have been 5, wouldn't it? I mean, we sorted it out at half time.
No,
but
10.
It wasn't. It was a poor performance. It was you know what? It was a shocking performance. I'm not going to be, the Jamie O'Hara, NS Mora, and go on this big rant because it is only half time. We lost the game 2-0, but we're still in the tie. If it was 3-4-5, then it might have got a different me. But we're still in it and can still claw it back. The performance tonight was shocking, and again, we've shown that just players just aren't good enough to play for Spurs. But Chelsea, if you look at their side, Dean, how good are they? That's the level we're trying to get to. Well, they're Champions League winners, and we got outclassed.
The gap's massive between the two teams. But what's the last thing a manager says in every single football team before the players walk out the dressing room?
Go on. You're a gaffer.
Let's make sure we have a good start.
Yeah,
That's what they say.
Yeah.
Every single manager says, let's make sure we have a good start. What does that actually mean? It means in the first 5 minutes, don't play out from the back and pass the ball straight to Chelsea strikers so they can score.
Yeah, I know.
5 minutes into the game, they make an awful mistake.
Giving the ball away. Tanganga giving the ball away, and then he's at fault for the second goal, the header. Talk me about the header.
Well, it's easy from where we sat. When you're in the box in that line and the ball's coming on your head, he's got to head it out for a corner. He's just got to head it out that way. It's bad luck. It's hit Ben Davies in the face. It could have gone anywhere. It could have just hit the back of Ben Davies.
Comical though, isn't it?
But he's got to... Afterwards, I think everybody went, why don't you just head it out for a corner and deal with a corner? But it's a mistake. 2 mistakes for the first 2 goals. Lukaku should have scored with a header. Ziyech should have scored. Werner's tried to lob the keeper. Missed. He's got an unbelievable knack of missing when he's in a good position. And they could have scored 4 or 5 in the second half, but they're not out of the tie, strangely enough.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be speaking to Conte in about 5-10 minutes' time, so stay tuned for that. I'm sure there'll be some questions coming his way. But, just on Conte and the tactics, I think he got it wrong tonight. He played Doherty left wing-back, and I know Reguilon has been struggling a little bit fitness-wise, but he was on the bench. But it just didn't work. Every time Matt went forward with the ball, he kept coming back on his right foot, then giving it away. We had no balance to the side. We just looked like a shell of the team that we've been seeing recently in the Premier League, and the performances have been very good, but didn't turn up.
Well, Matt Doherty, as we both know, you've played with him.
Well, I
give him his debut.
Yeah,
and he's got a real eye for a goal. He's good going forward. Defensively, he's not as good as he is going forward, but he can get goals. He can sneak in at the back post. He can create goals. He give and go. He plays with a bit of determination. Playing on the left, wing back on the left. If I'm Harry Kane, I'm saying to him, Matt, don't keep turning back on your right foot. Wrap your foot round it. I'll win the race to the 6-yard box. I'll anticipate that ball. But he's got to keep checking back on his right foot. I can only think that he had no one else to play there.
No. Well, you see at half-time he changed it, takes him off and changes the formation and goes to a 4. And we looked better. I'd say, we looked okay in the second half. We didn't concede any more and kind of kept us in the tie. But I think he got it wrong tonight, Conte, in that. It was a difficult one. But sometimes you got to go, Matt Doherty isn't the right man to be playing left wing-back. So I've got to change the formation and should have just played with the 4 from the start of the game. But we're still in the tie.
What's your gut feeling now? Do you feel like you're out of the tie, or do you feel like... Because I don't... my gut feeling is there's something might happen in this second leg.
Yeah, well,
it happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course. You got 90 minutes to get yourselves back in it. So we're still in it. It's going to be a difficult one. Absolutely going to be a difficult one. But Chelsea just look really dominant tonight. They look really good, kind of back to their best almost. And I look at the side, Jorginho, Mount, Havertz, Lukaku back in. Ziyech, I thought was excellent. Alonso played well. We're just not at that level. We're not at that level. And Antonio Conte needs to be backed in the January transfer window. Go and get a box-to-box midfielder. Go and get another left wing-back. And go and get a centre-half. And then we might have a chance for top 4. But if we don't, and they don't back him, you could lose the best manager that we've had in the last decade, because Antonio Conte will be looking at again tonight saying, I need more. I need more.
He'll come out and say it.
I know.
Do you know what, though? When he went in the dressing room tonight, if I'd have been him in that dressing room tonight, I would have said, lads, all I want from you tonight is make sure when we get back on that bus, we're still in this tie. And they are. They could have got beat 5 or 6. He would have been thinking that before the game. We could get hammered here, by the way. But they're still in the tie.
Yeah.
They've got to go back to the home ground, and they're only 2-0 down.
Yeah, absolutely.